Hari Om and good evening, everyone. I'll just have a little prayer, then I'll begin the session. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunattu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Once again, good evening, everyone. Before I begin the session, I must thank COE Patna, Patliputra Sahodaya Patna, and Jamshedpur Sahodaya, for giving the opportunity of interaction. Here I begin the session. This session is a different one. It is about a digital library, a capacity building program. Again, before I begin, I would like to have draw your attention towards the children. Why schools and why libraries? Because, children are the cream of our generation. They are the rulers and makers of tomorrow. Upon them depends the future of the nation and the safety of our culture. So we must give them education, right education, so that they grow a good human being. Today, I'm going to talk about vision and mission of digital library. You must have heard of library. Yes, libraries are very, very important because a library is fundamentally an organized set of resources which includes various aspects. But traditional libraries, although are still handling largely printed materials, but digital libraries have started gaining ground in India in the present century. We are heading towards an environment in which digital information is very, very important. I would like to draw your attention towards, various aspects of the digital library. Again, before I begin, I would like to mention that a library's existence does not depend on the physical form of documents. Its mission is to link the past and the present and help shape the future by preserving the records. Okay, and it happens for both physical as well as digital. But India is in the 21st century. We are talking about digital India. We are talking about digital marketing. We are talking about digital seva. We are talking about digital signature. CBSE has allowed that, is doing that. Digital currency we are talking about. We are talking about DigiLockers. When the students get the results, it goes into straight into a DigiLockers. Okay, we talk about digital form of art. We also talk about online sessions, online everything, online transactions, digital transactions of amount, everything. Then why not the library? Library is a part of, it's a part of revolution, I can say. India has really revolutionized by digital marketing, seva, signature, currency, locker, art, okay, online things, money payment, everything. Then why not digital library? Digital library is very, very important. It is the call of the day. It is a need of the hour. We should look into that very, very clearly. No, vision and mission. Now the question is, why digital library? It is to bring the world on one platform. See, we can bring also in physical library. I'm not going to compare. Both have their own importance, but the platform is larger. It's bigger. Okay, systematic development of digital resources. See, I am sitting here at Jamshedpur and we are able to interact with everyone. When India has advanced digitally, then why not digital library? So I think we all teachers need to come on one platform. That yes, we need to have digital, have physical. Digital is a big support. So the vision is that the digital library is to bring the world on one platform. It is a systematic development of digital resources. It is to give direct access to information resources in a structured and authoritative manner, and thus to link the information technology, education, and culture in contemporary library services. Its objectives. Okay, why? Again, it is to empower youngsters with digital library. It is to expedite the systematic development of the processes to collect, store, and organize information in digital form. To promote the efficient delivery of information, let us encourage to cooperative efforts to research resources, and definitely digital library plays a vital role. The objective of digital library is to assist users by satisfying their needs. It is not only collection, it is how to utilize information in digital form. To promote the efficiency delivery of information, let us encourage digital library. Not only that, it is to take leadership role in the generation and dissemination of knowledge. I would like to say, I'm very proud to say that in Jamshedpur, our school has e-library, digital library. So I will, in the due course of session, I'll be talking about what its benefits. Now, the goal is to assist users by satisfying their needs, because everything at one click, it's available in digital library. Universal access to information. You may say it is available on a mobile, but that is different. Have digital library has it's the face value of the school. You can get universal access to information, systematic development of digital resources. Not only that, for storage information, it's very, very important. The goal is library to assist not only users, but the collection of material that represents the holdings of the library. Now, take leadership role in the generation and dissemination of Indian architecture. I would like to mention here, let Jharkhand schools, let the schools of Bihar and Jharkhand take a lead and have digital libraries in your school. It will really change the outlook of students. So it's very important that we must, think on the lines of digital library. I tell you, in Chinmaya Vidyalaya, where I was working, it took for me 6 years, okay, to think, not only think, to, finally articulate and get it, the library, digital library. Physical also we have digital library, but it needs time, it needs thought process, it needs a lot of the other requirements are there, but that doesn't matter. Where there is will, there is way. You all should think of digital library. Now, what is the meaning of digital library? Before I go to meaning of digital library, let me touch upon a little to the, physical library or library. The word library is derived from a French word, librairie. Latin liber means book, fine. But now it has, see, books are also digitalized. An organized collection and availability of information resources in the forms of books. I tell you, when I was a little girl, you also were definitely students, and we used to say, विद्यालय में पुस्तकालय है, वाचनालय है. पुस्तकालय ठीक है, so library is the nerve of the school. Fine, I accept it. But if you add up with a digital library, that adds to that. कहते हैं हिंदी में कहते हैं सोने पे सुहागा. लाइब्रेरी होनी है, फिजिकल भी होनी है और डिजिटल भी होनी है. जैसा कि मैंने शुरू में कहा, when we are talking of digital India, when everything is digitalized, why not library to be digitalized? That is, I can say the dream comes true if the schools of our own state develop that. Digital library. Now the question is, what is digital library? It is an online library. It is an online library, or you can call it e-library or electronic library. Yes, library without walls, very rightly said Kiran. I'm coming to that. Yes, a digital repository or a digital collection objects consist of in a digitized content, an online database of digital objects, audio, video, digital documented, everything, in a digital form. That is a digital library. Everything at one click is available in digital library. This is also an, not only online library, it collects in other words, I will say the database is digitalized. That is important. Okay, the easiest way to collect to one place all book published by all human beings, that is digital library. See, libraries, I am not saying that physical is not, physical is important, but digital library has broader aspect. There you can store the material. Now, a library, there somebody, Kiran wrote that yes, 24/7. It's accessible, any digital device, all through. Now, it is an online, already spoke about that, a set of characteristics. What is it? It is a collection of services. It is a collection of information objects. It is supporting users. They know its advantages. Not only that, it supports users, presentation, quick information electronically. It provides the content in the form of digital resource. It supports the traditional mission of collection. We have physical library, very good, but the scope of digital library is wider. You can get much more resources. I think during summer, all the schools give the project to the student. And definitely, they must have been searching Google. That is different. But in school, if you have digital library, it has a different meaning altogether. What I'll tell you across the session through my slides. It also, digital library supports the traditional mission of collection, development, access, and preservation. So the basis of digital library is the information, provide the content in the form of a digital resource. Now, Michael, you must have heard, Michael Sternhardt, the Michael, the Sternhardt, he was born on 8th March 1943 in Washington. He is the founder of the first project of digital library. It's also known as Project Gutenberg, which makes electronic books freely available via internet. And in 1998, Donald J. Waters, he presented the first short and workable librarian's definition. That is all said and done. But to me, the important is that we should think of DLF, that is Digital Library. He formed that federation, but we can be a part of that. American universities are as well as Library of Congress and British Library. These are all digitalized. So why not in the school? See, we have to begin from the school. You must heard of various colleges. I know they're in Jamshedpur, XLRA College, one of the best, colleges for MBA and various MBA HR, MBA Finance, and other aspects. They have digital library. Honestly speaking, frankly speaking, that gave me the idea when college can have, why can't the school have? And I started working on it and try to convince the management, try to convince, first I had to convince myself I can have it. And not only that, how to go about, what is the infrastructure needed for that. A lot of thought process have gone into, and how we can go for LAN connection, everything. And that made the digital library. Still, we have miles to go. I don't say it's the end of everything. It is just a beginning. It's a beginning. So digital library, if you think, it is not necessary that you plan for a big room, have 60 computers that I plan, fine. You can start with 15 computers, the digital library. Think of a small beginning can be done. Think of 15 computers, talk to principal, madam and sir. Have small one classroom dedicated to digital library. Make a good beginning. That will change everything. The outlook of student. The room will be flocked with the students all through because everything is available digitally. And not only that, it will help them in various aspects. So let us see. No, actually, this is a definition by Donald J. Waters. He said, digital libraries are organizations that provide the resources, including the specified staff, very important, specialized staff to select, structure, offer intellectual access to interpret, distribute, preserve the integrity, and ensure the persistent over time of collections of digital work so that they are readily and economically, very important word, economically available for use by a defined community or set of communities. It is a definition given by Donna. I highlight the word, specialized staff is very important who know how to structure this, offer intellectual access to internet, very important, and how to distribute and preserve the integrity. Integrity is very, very important word. Ethics and digital doesn't mean that you keep on downloading everything and keep on passing. No, we need specialized staff who will guide the teachers and students. Definitely, teachers also need guidance. That's important. Digital library, its aspects are by what? Electronic learning, virtual library, library without walls. Someone wrote, I liked it. Hybrid library, okay. It is not, like you can have hybrid also, half library dedicated to physical and half to, then they will be better, unison as well. It's all up to the school and the teachers, definitely, and the principal. You should take into confidence and think of a digital library in your school. It will give I tell you, you will enjoy, you will forget your, every other devices. You would love to go to a library. Why? Because you will get the reading material for children, for students, and with the permission of the principal and the, wherever you have downloaded the material, it will definitely help the students. Data stored locally, access is very important line. Digital library where data is stored locally but accessed globally. Anyone can look into the data. You are sitting abroad and you can look into what is happening in the world. Okay, or in the digital library, information of the school can be stored in a folder, and wherever you are, you can think of. There are various ways. It is not only for the books, but how it can develop the mindset of students. That is why digital library is important. I don't say physical is very, very important, but digital library will change the outlook where the students can easily access, as you said, data stored uh, locally and accessed globally. Digital library at schools, that's what I was talking about. Stores a wide range of content, e-books, e-magazine. I tell you, since I am in Geneva Mission, I know there's a, head office in Coimbatore, CIRS, Chinmay International Agency School. There we get, e-book, e-magazine. That's very good. You don't have to, yeah, or e-books, audiobooks are there. My idea is that if you have digital library at school, the usages will be wider. Okay. It's sophisticated digital library these days store the resources in the cloud. Very important to make the content available for their users anytime and anywhere. It's cloud. Everything is in the cloud. Okay. But if it is in the school, that is much, much more usable. Okay. And you can bring the students over, it's not for the teachers only. You can use it, but it is basically for the students. How they can get a wider range, wider scope, how you can, set the schools as in a digitized mode. I am sure many schools have report cards, results in, digital form. You have websites, everything. Then why not library where their education mindset will be changed? Because they will get much more material rather looking into cupboards. One click, everything available. And that will definitely do very good for the school. It will change their mindset. Okay. No, converted librarians into librarians through automation of routine library services. Yes, it's very important. In if suppose I suggest also here, if you don't have library digital, but if in physical library also, everything should be done, automatically. What? Library services, indexing, what are the books. At one click, a person should know what books are available. At one click, the child should know what book he can take. Even issuing the books, digitally, tracking, okay, and preservations. That is very, very important. The libraries are no longer required to organize and manage library resources logically and organizationally. Put everything into digitalized form and think rest of the day is done. I tell you, just a suggestion. The librarian must also ensure the footfalls in the library. What time, what period, how many children have visited library. Also keep a record that what are the books they have read and what is their, here demand doesn't matter. Here they're at one click. Yes, but the schools must have permission to download the books. That is important. Okay, otherwise information also they can have. So footfalls also, see, library is not only for the librarian, it is for everyone. In our school, when I was there, I remember when if there was a mela, book fair, something like that, we will send the teachers to see the books. And okay, then also I used to tell them, whatever books have CDs and all, try that. Otherwise, the library, it is not only librarian, it is joint hands of teachers, everyone. And I'm sure these mobiles have made all of us, very, very friendly with the, our laptops and mobiles. So why cannot we have digital library? It will be easy to manage. The wider range of knowledge can be given to the students. Convenience hours already spoke about. Online library, beautiful. And online library is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Mean 24 into 7. Access to content. Access to content is very, very important. Okay. Now, database of digital material that is open to all users over the campus wide LAN connection. It is available in the rooms. High bandwidth, it is important. That is important. Okay. Okay. Internet connectivity. Focus on acquiring digital resources. Gradual elimination of print subscription. Everything online. Everything online. Everything digitalized. Licensed databases that I was talking about. School should take permission from, the authors or those who publish the books. Licensed databases, very, very important. This is how you can create digital resources. Creation of local digital content available within the school. I suggest you here, like in our school, we have digital library. There, the content and the lectures of the teachers who are very good, senior teachers. Suppose definitely they will retire one day, but their sessions are recorded and kept in the library. The students can go and check with the permission of a librarian. Ma'am, sir, हमें उसको उस टीचर के लेक्चर को लेना है. The teachers also give the lectures in the and but yes, it is open access के लिए the students also have to take permission. Although they have their own password and all, but they need to take permission for the teacher's lecture. It cannot be just available. Library is different, but I'm talking about the digital content available within the school. Within the school is the knowledge of the teacher. The knowledge of the teacher, the teacher who has taught for 40 years, 35 years, definitely, his subject command is superb, especially in +2. Especially in +2, and this can be recorded and kept in the digital form in the school. You can think of, see, you have to think out of the box also, that what you can do, how to make the maximum use of this digital resources. Elements and function. Important aspect is content aspect is important. Infrastructure, we spoke about. Technology and digital collection, that we already spoke about. Work and services. The professional supposed to work in a digital library should have necessary training. It is not anybody. The teachers also need training that how to handle digital library. It is not at the click of the mouse like that. What site they should go, what are the sites which are important, what are the sites which are educational sites, other sites should be blocked by the school. That doesn't mean digital library means everything on the internet is available for the students. No, only educational aspects should be taken care of. Okay, so in the digital environment, a library is expected to develop document collection, as I spoke about, in a digital format. It will have digital material in its collection, no doubt. But although both digital and non-digital can be in the library, that is hybrid library, that is okay. But the professionals are supposed to work in library must have necessary training. This is important aspect. Telecommunication facilities important, yes. Human resources. Who are the human resources here? The teacher and not librarian, the teacher and the students. They all need to work in unison. The function of library, it can give access to large amount of information to the users. This is very, very important. And access to primary information resources. It supports multimedia content along with text. Okay, network accessibility is important, and internet. It supports the, as I said, it definitely supports the traditional library. Traditional library, see the title of one book, and accordingly similar can be accessed in the library. So it is very important. Okay. Not only that, it is user, you must have, this is important, there must be user-friendly interface that the computer teachers definitely will help. In digital library, the role of computer teacher is more important. Although in this world, nowadays, everyone has to be computer friendly, but a proper training, okay, given by a computer teacher to a teachers will definitely help them out. Hypertext links for navigation. For this also we need how to go use the hyperlinks, how to navigate, client server advanced search and retrieval, integration with other digital libraries. That is important. See, you have library. If you want in collaboration with other schools library, you can plan. This is long-term planning. First have in your school. पहले अपने स्कूल में लाइए, उसके बाद आगे बढ़िए. Importance. I really feel that this is very good way to make the knowledge accessible. Why? Because digital libraries have instant source of knowledge for students, instant source of knowledge for teachers, high quality research. Yes, they can go to various sites. They can see the best part will be in library. You put up a word and you can get into that. Yes, student achievement, mindset development is important. College and career readiness, they are ready. Yes, learning atmosphere. If you give them an environment in the school, okay, we are okay. In the initially, you can tell them we'll meet in the digital library after school. Go there. See, make a learning atmosphere for children. They will learn. They should be educated how to use the digital library. No physical boundaries. Yes, as someone also said, no physical boundaries. Access to update information is very important. Digital libraries help you to get real-time, updated information with the resources, with the latest technology available. No fixed time limit. With the fast rate at which technology is improving, readers prefer the soft copies or digital version of their books since it is easily accessible through their mobile device or in the library whenever they want to. Soft copies improves interaction in real time. One of the main benefits of using the digital library is that the students can clarify their doubts then and there with the new age management software. The readers can interact by setting online communications. They can also have communities where they can interact, the real-time interaction, updated information, multiple access. Okay, yes, but they have to create a digital library, create a digital friendly, they can have platform. Universal accessibility, that's great. As I said, sit locally and watch globally. And the permission has to be given by the school. If we are setting in the school digital library, okay, the permission has to be given only to the students or teachers with the permission of the principal. No, automated library management is important. Library management automation. The library management software comes with built-in features. This already I spoke about that yes, you can have it in your school. Automation encourages many institutions to set up digital libraries very easily. So this is very important. Please, you should look into that. Talk to your principals. They will talk to the management. It is all for the benefit of the students. Mobile is restricted, but in a school, if you have a digital library, please go ahead. Use of multimedia on-demand access. Wide variety of content is available. Library management automation. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, Manoharji. Now, a heightened amount of choice. This is very important. It has a heightened amount of choice. Means it allows access to multiple contents with a potentiality in finite number of resources. They can access enormous amount of knowledge, building a heritage of next generation. It acts as a reservoir of content. See, hard copies, suppose it happen, or not in print, print में नहीं आ रही हैं, books खराब हो गई, हमने हटा दी, discard कर दिया. But in digital library, content is available all through. Okay, it is for the generation next. It can be protected and collected to create a virtual heritage for generations. Fighting against deterioration. In traditional libraries, audio cassettes, video tape, virtual are shared among a lot of students. Okay, posing problems to a large number of playing. But now things have been, कैसेट है उसको रिकॉर्ड करके डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी में डाल दीजिए, अच्छा वीडियो है उसको डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी में डाल दीजिए, बढ़िया टेप है उसको इसमें डाल दीजिए. It all depends on the school, how they use it. It is an easier information retrieval. Over the years, these have developed a range of search features, as you know, truncation. This facilitates the access to information and data collection. Thanks to search engine technologies, for example, ranking, even novice can start using digital library, accompanying the searches independently. It takes less space. Okay, a much safer device, non-linearity, data density. Okay, then it supports research. You know, search and research, these are parallel. Okay, now and as per NEP 2020, we should encourage innovations. We should encourage research. So an online library helps in research in expertise collection of materials on one or more subjects for the scientific research, meets the research needs, stocks authentic. You don't have to run here and there for various aspects. In most cases, research scholars are attached to a digital library. Yes, this is important. That is why the session when I was told, I requested for this session, because in this area of technology, why cannot the schools have digital libraries? It should be call of the time. एक समय था लाइब्रेरीज बनी थी, डेफिनेटली आज भी हैं. Nobody can take away the importance of traditional libraries, but at the same time, with the advancement, we need to look into and support the students. A digital library supports scholarly or scientific research and generally includes primary as well as secondary sources. Now, digital reference. Digital reference library facilities like reference section for quick accessibility. I know in our school also we have reference section, but if reference section is digitalized, the child can take permission and sit at home and get the reference. Is it not good? Some schools have a reference section. We have, I tell you, but books are available to be read. In some schools, and our schools, no, these are hard copies. But slowly the school will convert into digital mode. That will be wonderful. Some schools have smart classes. यह भी तो एक digital class का तरीका है. Yes. Some have audio and active video system. Function, selection and acquisition is important. What books to be selected, how to acquire. Selection process for adding a document digitally, that needs a thought process. As I said, you cannot put up anything and everything. So organizing the data systematically, indexing and storage is very important. That how where so that anyone can have access. See, it needs planning. Planning is very, very important. Without planning, you cannot move forward. So for all these, see, you know, even if you have physical library, you can go for this. And for digital library, you should work a little more. We all are aware of 20 years. Thanks to everyone. Sahodaya schools. How to digital libraries support teaching learning is it's very, very important. Software and electronic databases and specialized tools. Okay, no doubt that libraries serve a cultural role in preserving and organizing artifacts and ideas, great works of literature, art and science. So now what happened that digital libraries extend such interdisciplinary state by making diverse information available digitally. That is the catch. Okay. And that because not only that, although the importance of librarian cannot be undermined, but at the same time, if we have this intellectual, I can say Digital library is intellectual library. Yes, it handles the intellect. How to use fast. The world is going fast. It is important. Now, digital and media literacy. Digital literacy means having the skills. This is important. Although we are talking about digital library, but at the same time, we need to know that what is media literacy, how to go about that. It is not just हाँ भाई हमने लाइब्रेरी खोल दी कंप्यूटर लगा दिए. No, how to be media literate, how to learn and work in a digital world. It helps in logical decisions, reaction, corrections. It's a part of media literacy, internet platforms, social media, mobile devices, everything is a part of media literacy. Okay, it is not, as I said, just put up the computers. No, how to be literate enough to use it properly is very, very important. Communication is a key aspect of digital literacy. What to communicate? Of course, communication plays everywhere a very, very important role. Okay, now the libraries, digital libraries, I would like to say that they contain, they combine rather technology and information resources to allow remote access. That is important. Okay, digital libraries allow teachers and students to take advantage of wider range of communication. That is important. That they communicate with the people outside the format learning environment. So although not all students or teachers in formal learning setting will use information, but yes, slowly, a time will come when there will be, all the hard copies also will be in a digital form available. Maybe it will take next 15 years or maybe 20 years, I don't know. But yes, slowly, whatever we have in the hard copy will slowly be shifted to soft copies. What is wrong? Okay, so we need to look into this aspect. Information literacy, as I said, what information is needed. Skills need to be learned by all. It is not only librarian, not only student, but everyone should be, digitally capable to handle library. There are four principles of digital library: comprehension, that is ability to extract implicit and explicit ideas from a media; interdependence, social factors, curation, evaluate the quality, credibility, and validity of media, and to give proper credit to the source. See, in the digital library also, whatever content is kept, we need to give credit and we need to say what are the sources where we have taken all this from. Otherwise, the schools may be in trouble. I think it needs a deeper introspection, looking into that how validity तो देखनी है, but it also needs some technical issues. And not only that, protecting our and others' private information online will keep us safe from cybercrime. So it is not only setting computer, but how to use digital library is important. It source of knowledge. It combines. Thanks, Kiran. It combines technology and information resources to allow remote access. Yes, as I said, sitting here, anywhere, provided the internet is accessible. It breaks down the physical barriers between resources. Yes, I'm very happy. You are right, Sangamitra. Allows teachers and students to take advantage of wider range of materials. It communicates people with outside for formal learning. See, this is source of knowledge. You can see digital library. There are three aspects: formal learning, informal learning, professional learning. What is important that a teacher's call, librarian's call, how these are the sources, okay, and we can utilize the library. No. Teachers update. Why it is important? Because the teachers update subject knowledge. They learn new and innovative methods of teaching. Easy availability is very important. The teacher don't have to go at a simple. They can take students to digital library, and they can show them the innovative methods of not only teaching at easy availability. They can guide students. They can share expensive resources. Yes, everybody cannot buy everything. So in the library, like digital library, you can show them. E-periodicals, films and videos, software, electronic database are specialized tools such as projector, graphic equipment, cameras are shared by a community of teacher students. No. High quality research, already I spoke about. Convenient access to high quality research. It provides an environment that encourages development of scientific attitude and research. It plays an active role in research support and promoting new technologies. Research productivity contributes positively institution reputation. I tell you, the library, is the face value of the school. If you have two libraries, maybe three, one for juniors, one for seniors, one for digital library, it has its own value. It's very, very important. We should go for that. We should go beyond. Library doesn't mean जहाँ किताबें रखी हुई हैं. Library is something different. If you go for digital library, outlook changes, and that is the reputation of a school. Now, students also, yes, many education have set up e-libraries, as I said, we have, and have a positive impact on student academic achievement. Whenever they want, they can go to library, digital library, not on mobiles. They should go to library, and at a click, they can get the more data for the information. One topic the teacher has taught in the class, go to library, get all relevant material. They are learning hubs and homework help sessions. Thanks, Pushbu. Students use technology and the latest information resources. See, I tell you frankly, the students know much more than the, I mean, what should I say, teachers and us also, because they are living in a virtual world. They are 21st century children. They should go beyond. Dhire dhire, everything will get, changed. The NASA Digital Library Initiative that illustrates how electronic technology can support collaboration among scientists and students, and how digital libraries, messages, and student reports are grown and managed. Textual database of classic work. I also say that it is not that libraries meant only till class 12 students. Talk to your principals. After school, let the libraries be open. For the students who have passed out, let them come for research. Okay, they will suggest better, and the library further will grow. So this is again very, very important. We should look into that. The tools used to collect and analyze require digital signals, information material, digital form rather paper form. Yes, electronic network becomes possible. Encourage scientists to receive. As I said, it is not only for, see, up to class 10, fine, 12, fine. But in the evening, allow your students who are scientists, who have grown a lot, let them come to school. Let them add a little more to digital library. Then in turn, you tell the students. It is the idea of growth. It is not only board exam or result, everything. Everything is very important, but going beyond is very important. So setting up a digital library is going beyond. Okay, and how to think. See, I'm just giving a suggestion. All of you have a brainstorming session with the principal and teachers, and think of how you can set up digital library. Okay, I'm not talking of computer lab. I'm talking of digital library, e-library, where the schools have to procure certain books, okay, and some good material for the growth of children, where growth is the call of the day, okay. It stimulates memory and innovation, strengthens and controls the mind, develops critical thinking, helps in developing scientific attitude. The reading material, all these, as I said, it is a source of inspiration for all. Okay. Now, I'm going a little fast because of time constraint. Okay. Please bear with me. A transition to distance learning on an unprecedented scale. Demand for credible e-resources suggests digital libraries have emerged as vital pathways, very, very important, vital pathways to high quality ebooks. But only thing is, we have to have a brainstorming session. Okay. See, when the students go to digital library, that creates a learning atmosphere. No, you must have heard of this, established by the government as a country's NDL. NDL is by the government. It includes several rare, valuable, significant resources, collects and preserves the literature of the nation. This is NDLI, headquarters at IIT Kharagpur. Okay, India's largest online learning platform, a premier gateway to over 48 million ebooks. Just look into the, you can click the slide. Why? Because there is a, in bottom, I have given the site. Knowledge products across disciples has 3 million regular users today. I, the idea is w.ndl.iitkgp.ac.in. Please note this ID, visit, and then you think of what schools can do. You can do wonders. You have young children who are looking at the world. जिनके सामने दुनिया पड़ी है. How to go into the world, how they can be more equipped for this. This is again a very, very important tool. Education is okay, results okay, studies okay, but going beyond, we need this digital library. That is what my message. It has launched a national movement to educate See, this is very important. Okay, NDLI has launched a national movement to educate information professionals, direct access to information resources in a structured and authoritative manner. Link information technology, education, and culture and accountability, all these are available. India Sugam Pustakalaya. We should know about that Sugam Pustakalaya. Thanks everyone. For example, is a remarkable online library. UNESCO, this is again very important aspect. UNESCO and International Federation of Library Association and Institution, Europeana, a pan-European Union virtual library grants it 500,000 users access to almost 58 million digital contents. Okay, National of Library. You can note down this website also. You can look into when you can move forward. Okay. These two are the websites. If you want, you can click the details, or I'll give to Patna, this Sahodaya and Jamshed. You can take that. Role of school. Now, here comes our role. This is important for all of us. Vision of a library with good practices that ignites mind. That is why this is important. It provides specialists who have subject and information expertise. Competent marketing of available services of library is needed. Teachers and knowledge centers, no doubt about this. But we have to go beyond. Someone wrote traditional, we have to traditional hai, but we need to look beyond. The special lessons can be recorded, as I told that we are doing it. So the teachers' lessons can be recorded and can be used by generations. Digitization of academic material, use of electronic resources, focusing embedded librarianship, staff to be upgraded. This is important. Staff to be upgraded, trained. The library research consultants can be hired. Consultants can be hired. We don't know everything. We need people to guide us. We need people to, so consultant also are very, very important. No, libraries can be gateways to important information about colleges and career. Yes, the digital library, you can know about that. बच्चों को पता नहीं प्लस टू के बाद क्या करें. Somebody should come and guide. Why not? We have library and where the students can go and get to know the career. Well-equipped libraries enable students to explore those resources. Those who have no internet at home, they can use it. Everyone is welcome. Thanks, Satya. Exclusive visual environment, ethnic background, calm space for educational needs. These are the, atmosphere, learning atmosphere created. We learn culture across the world. But there are some hazards also. जहाँ problems भी तो आएंगे ही ना. Construction and organization. The backbone of any digital library is computer software, hardware, and the reliance on high-speed networks. So sometimes this could be a problem. It has to be solved. Preservation, when it comes to digital preservation, we are still living in some sort of digital stone age. I'm sorry. We are still in the digital stone age. उसे आगे बढ़ना है. Okay, so they need to focus on research challenges, preservation strategies, and re-engineering preservation process. हमें इस पाषाण युग से आगे बढ़ना है. We are at the bottom. We need to get up and move forward. Building the collection. One of the major issues of digital library at the moment can be a question of creating a digital collection. Doesn't matter. Okay, it needs, acquiring original digital work created by original authors, converting paper originals into digital format, as I said, converting paper originals into digital format, purchasing or using free external material, वो भी रख सकते हैं, dealing with rights and management issues, such as keeping of copyright status is very important. Digital world में nobody can challenge. So copyright is very, very important. These are not such big headaches we all can overcome. Costly technology, कोई बात नहीं. 1 year, cut down expenses. Okay. Dominate of data creator, cyber security. ये सब problems आएंगी. Doesn't matter. But we can, that doesn't mean that we should not have it. We need to have it. My message in the whole session is that all the schools of Jharkhand, Bihar, okay, must have digital library. How? You plan out. Don't leave everything to the principal. You give session, you give principal the suggestion and do it. Role of librarian is very important. The librarian here, there are two left, one physical, and I tell you, no, librarian has to be computer savvy. They cannot skip of that. To support instructional programs by responding to requests of teachers, students, like to figure out best they can support, create a well-developed library catalog, access to collection of books, DVD, all these role of librarian. Not only power of words on the page, spoken words, R&D program for teens. This is R&D means research and development. Program has to be looked into. And here I suggest all the schools have, room dedicated to research and development. बच्चे कुछ भी नया करें वहाँ डाल दीजिए. And not only that, something, how we can be digitally ahead. How we can be digitally ahead. Everything to be digitalized. You are going to have a, party, digital information. Fine, it's okay. You have to think of, there are plenty of opportunities. E-library schools is not building or infrastructure, but a magnetic place where learning is enjoyable. That is library. And definitely they would love to come to digital library. In foreign countries, India is not like that. They are giving laptops only to the students. अरे भैया सब कुछ से पढ़ो. Okay. So thanks everyone. A trained librarian is a powerful search engine with heart. Important. Okay. Just a video. Now, the important aspect, future digital library. Design libraries into 4 types. Scientific societies or organizations, at commercial publishers, at national libraries, at universities, at museums, at the heritage organizations. No, massive online courses. We all have online courses. New pedagogy to teachers and students. Courses delivery online. Thousands can attend courses at a time. See how important it is. No admission process. Okay. Deliverables via internet. Okay. No. Conclusion is digital library, social and collaborative learning space. Libraries to be digitalized and transformed. Very, very important. Educating and promoting research work to promote cognitive skills, high order thinking skills, alignment with 21st century skills, and promoting innovations. The World Digital Library is an attempt to go beyond Europe and America. Yes, let us keep in our mind. You have to go beyond Europe and America into the cultures where the majority of world is. The only bottom line is talk to principal sir, madam, get a dedicated room, hire a consultant, and get the library. And what are the, what are things required infrastructure, and not only that, how to get copyright preserved, how to give access to the students. That is important. Okay, now see, these are 21st century digital skills, flexibility, initiative, productive, leadership. So these are digital skills. Yes, one is to be flexible, leadership. You take the lead. Let Bihar and Jharkhand schools take the lead. Initiative, productive. No.
Library services are
Just look into this video.
crucial for students. The new digital library is an investment of £1.5 million. We are getting a new library management system. It involves a new search engine, so our students will be able to find the books and the online materials and ebooks easily. And it also involves, which is really exciting for us, is a reading list management system, so that books that are recommended by lecturers for modules are easily found by the students.
And what is going to be quite a major benefit, I think, is getting rid of our paper-based interlibrary loan forms, because it will all be done online at the click of a button. So hopefully within 24 hours we can get that resource to the students.
All of our lecturing materials will be available 24 hours a day. And of course, the library itself is open 24 hours a day for a good part of the year now. With the online materials, yes, we buy e-books, e-journals, e-text, wherever possible to supplement and support courses.
These are expert views. 1 minute. Yeah, this is one more video I would like to share.
Search versus research. This is Google. Chances are you have used Google to search on the internet for information. From news about your favorite sports team, to cupcake recipes, to, well, cat videos. You might have even used Google to research a school paper, even when you have been told not to. There is nothing wrong with starting your research on Google, especially when you're just getting to know it. Google and other search engines are a powerful tool that makes finding information easier and faster. But when you're doing research, you're not simply searching for information or facts. You're actually putting different pieces of information together to find patterns, correlations, and connections. For example, if you want to find out what the capital of Taiwan is, the fastest way to do so is to Google. But if you want to connect the importance of Taipei to Taiwanese culture and history, or if you want to compare Taipei to another city such as Beijing, you need to move beyond search to research. Research involves using multiple resources, trying different search keywords, and thinking critically about the information you have found. Research is iterative. It is not a straight line, but a cycle of inquiry and discovery. If search is a car ride that takes you from point A to point B, research is a stroll through the woods. There might not be a clear direction or destination, and you might get lost or need to double back multiple times. But It will also take you to unexpected and interesting places. Research can be frustrating because there are so many directions to go. But it is also exciting and rewarding when you have forged your own path and arrived at your own destination. Remember, search is seeking the answer, research is seeking the question. So take your time strolling through the woods and enjoy the journey.
This is our library which I was talking about. This is how we have set up at Chinmaya library. Everybody has a computer. There are 62 computers and monitored by 2 people sitting over there. Okay, just I shared. Okay. Now this is another angle. This is the other place is for the teacher, other part is for the students. Before I conclude, I will say that digital library is where the past meets the present and creates future, said Dr. Abdul Kalam. Where there is light, darkness cannot be. Where knowledge has come, ignorance must quit. So I would love all of you to move ahead, okay, with the digital library in consultation with the management and the principal and hire consultants, but have the digital library. Okay, I stop sharing here. Any questions? I would like to know. If you have any doubt, you can just ask me. Okay, any doubt, any query? Any query, you can find out. You can ask. I am on time. I must thank each and everyone for the responses. Okay, but it is not only a session, it is to be, practically you need to implement this. Okay, any question you can put in a chat box. I'm available for next 2-3 minutes. Okay, thank you is fine, the loved is fine, but what are the takeaways that has to be carried forward? It is not a session, it is how to move further, how to carry forward, the inputs. Thank you, Shobha. Thank you, Suchi. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Sway Patna. Thank you, Patna Sahodaya. Thank you, Jamshedpur Sahodaya. Thank you, Subhashri ma'am and everyone. Thank you, technical support of Baldwin Farm Area, Ruma madam, and everyone. Thank you, Chandra.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Right.
And very wonderful session.
Thank you. I think they don't have any question. Then, but now they have to think. I have given thought process. They have to think and work it out. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for the carefully listening the session. Thank you so much.